So let's quickly talk boxing. That's one sport that has suffered heavily, due to this COVID-19 outbreak. Nothing is happening as far as boxing is concerned, and many boxers are left at home, not even training. Well, joining me from United Kingdom is Olanrewaju, Ekundayo, popularly known as Larry Ekundayo. He is the African Boxing Union Welterweight Champion and also the European IBF champion. Larry Ekundayo started his professional boxing career in 2012, and one of his major highlights was the night that defeated 3 boxers in a single night. Larry, good to have you on BCS television this afternoon.
Very much for having me.
Of course, let me start by asking you, how have you been coping with COVID-19 over there in the United Kingdom? Hello, Larry, can you hear me?
Just making the best of it, really. I'm a fighter, so I learn how to adapt to every situation in the ring.
Fantastic.
So, that's what I'm doing with the COVID-19 situation at the minute, making the best of it.
And how has it affected you as a boxer, a professional boxer?
Say that again, sorry, I'm struggling with the reception.
Oh, I said, how has it affected you as a professional boxer?
I'm meant to be fighting in Russia in May. But that is not possible to happen again. This month I'm meant to be fighting in Russia. So this is part of the effect that the COVID-19 had on me, and also not be able to train full time. That's a bit hard, but again, it is what it is.
Of course, it is what it is. Now, let's talk about growing up for you. Let's talk about it. You actually hailed from Lagos State. Let's talk about your childhood and how you found yourself, fighting boxing.
Well, I grew up in Mushin. I was born and brought up in Hamibad, Charity Oshun. My dad was a Nigerian army. I moved to my mom when I was 10. Pick up boxing at the age of 12. And that was it.
Why did you pick up boxing at the age of 12? It's kind of weird. Hello, Larry.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Why did you pick up boxing at the age of 12? That's too young, if you ask me.
I started boxing with the just for self-defense, really. I didn't think of anything of it. We all know that African parents, especially the Nigerians, want their children to be doctors, lawyers, and all these profession. But nobody wants their child to be a boxer because they see boxers as a hooligans and touts. But again, this is what I'm trying to tell people. We are all gifted by God.
Yeah.
So not everyone is going to be academically smart, but everyone can. All these young youths can channel all those energy.
Yeah.
Into something positive. So that was it, really.
Oh, fantastic. All right, let's move on. I'm sure your parents didn't really support that dream when you started, just like you said. Just like every other Nigerian parents who want academics and all of that. Now, tell me, at what point did you say, okay, this is what I want to do professionally?
I think for a very long time I kept it on the low key. My mom found that I was boxing. She saw me on the national TV. That's when it was a bit too late for her to ask me to stop, because I was good at it, and also all the praises that everyone was giving me, and I think she was pleased. She was pleased that she didn't get to watch me on Crime Watch.
Oh yeah.
So having to see me on NTA TV, NTA. Then I think it was that's the the green light for me.
Wow, 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 fantastic. It must have been a very tough time for you trying to convince your parents. But of course, seeing you on TV, I mean, your parents would actually be glad and they would have a choice but to support you. Now, let's talk about who inspired you. You must have seen a particular boxer who inspired you so much and you felt like, oh, I should take after this boxer. Who was that boxer?
My first boxer that I ever laid my eyes on was Sugar Ray Leonard. And I think this was in the 90s, the early 90s. That's when I saw Sugar Ray Leonard, and I just fell in love with his boxing style. But I didn't know anything about boxing then until I was 12. But then when I got into the boxing, as I mentioned earlier, I started boxing with the hope of self-defense. But then I realized there's more to boxing than actual fighting. My coach is a very disciplined man, and the discipline in boxing is second to none. Having to have a self-discipline and also respect every single person, which is either your opponent, your coaches. It doesn't matter how much you think you know, but you can always learn from others.
Of course.
So that was it. And it's like you have to be smart to do boxing.
Oh, fantastic. Good to hear all of that from you, Larry Ekundayo. Now, let's talk about when you started this boxing, professional, not professional really, as an amateur. Let's talk about your experience as an amateur boxer. In 1998, you were...
struggling to hear you there.
I said, as an amateur boxer, let's talk about your experience. Larry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, share with us your experience as an amateur boxer.
I started off my amateur career in Lagos. Came out of the gym called Ashimota Boxing Gym in Ekundayo. We used to train at this school compound, then represented Lagos State at the National Sport Festival in Imo State, 1998 Imo. I was a bantamweight then, won gold for Lagos, and in 2000 I represented Lagos State again, which I've already moved up weight, I think 4 weights above my previous weight. So I boxed at welterweight then. Won gold for Lagos as well. Did some, I think, my experience as an amateur was brilliant. But also I boxed as an amateur here in England. I won the London ABA in 2006 and 7. I was the London ABA champion 2006 and 7. Turned pro 2012. So my experience as amateur was brilliant, but it's a complete different sport game, ball game when it comes to pro. The amateurs is fun. It's all about how fast, but as a pro, it's different. It's about how far can you go.
Talking about pro. Talking about pro. Tell me your highlights of your career as a pro.
The highlight of my career, I had only 2 fights as a professional in 2012. That was my first day. I had my debut in March, and I had another fight in June. But then I was put in the prize fighter. I think my third outing. My prize fight, the prize fight is the tournament where you have one of the best in the country, or some people might come from a different country as well. It doesn't matter what level they are. But my third outing, I was against someone that was ranked number 10 in the world, and it was 2 weights above my actual weight. So I moved up to light middleweight. He moved back down. he had 23 fights, 21 wins. And the only 2 losses that he had on his record, he was winning for world title. Beat him, and I went on to beat 2 other top fighters at the same night, which from then I was ranked number 2 in Great Britain and 46, I think, in the WBO in the world then. After that, I had some family issue outside the ring, so I took a bit of year. I took about 2 years out of the ring just to make sure the family is okay. And in 2015, I had a fight and also defended. I also get chance to fight for the African Boxing Union. After that, I met with His Excellency Alaafin for you in London. We had a little bit of a move around. He still got amazing, he got amazing boxing skills and talent.
Yes,
you know, and having to be in the ring with him, and he gave me some tips as well, which I used, of course. And I fought for the WBO Intercontinental in 2017. Also won the IBF European in 2019. Got on to in 2018. Sorry, I won the IBF European and defended it. I meant to be fighting in Nigeria last year for the WBO Intercontinental against the Argentina kid, but it didn't happen.
Oh.
So
do you plan to bring another fight to Nigeria?
But we're still working on it. Pardon?
Do you plan to bring another fight to Nigeria?
Yes, 100%. I want to also educate people in the boxing world, because a lot of people don't know much about boxing. So that's the reason why I think coming back home and fighting in Nigeria will inspire our young youth and the kids that like channel all this positive energy that they've got into boxing.
Yeah,
they can have something to keep them focused.
Well,
because it can be disheartening sometimes where they're putting everything in, but they're not getting nothing back. So it's easy for them to get discouraged.
Well, fantastic one, Larry. I mean, that was supposed to be my last question, but you answered it already. That's a very strong message to younger ones out there and to the parents. Larry, I must say a very big thank you to you for joining us at this lovely afternoon. I have to let you go to continue your little training.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. And of course, I'm sure we'll do this again some other time. Thank you very much, Larry.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, that was Larry Ekundayo, a professional boxer, and of course talking to us all the way from United Kingdom. Yes, if in case you missed or you joined us while the show was on, don't forget you can always watch us again on YouTube and of course on Facebook. I need to go on this quick break.